combine for your mind. Thank those who watching along with me. Appreciate you. Got an episode for about an hour with you all. Appreciate you. The name is Law Nation. Really appreciate you guys for jumping in. Let's continue to grind and shine. Let's go. Jarwin news, of course, we're going to talk about that as well. Let's go. All right, Cowboy Nation, really appreciate you guys for jumping in and being part of this episode. The name is Law Nation. The Combine is here, and that's one of the things that we can all look back on and say, all right, Cowboy Nation, let's get the Combine going. So far, it's good watching. It's good watching some of these guys out here scouting the players out there. You can see they all focus in and tune in, and they know that this situation can all elevate everyone. So this is what football is about: improving and bettering your best. But before we go into details of everything, Cowboy Nation, keep in mind this particular team. We always going to get in the forefront of everything, whether it's good, bad, negative, happy, sad, ups or downs, what have you. The Cowboys information is always prevalent, right? All right, so with that being said, Blake Jarwin, he had off-season surgery, surgery right in February, and he's expected to be out for the start of the season. And the Cowboys must do their homework. And looking at some of these guys that's in the draft, there's plenty of guys that you can pick from. Now, I don't think that the Cowboys are painted into a corner, but let me pull this up for those who didn't get a chance to see the information that was out there earlier. I appreciate y'all, though. Here it is right here. And it's more so to do with in late February, Cowboys tight end Blake Jarwin underwent surgery for a hip injury, and let me see if I click on this so you guys can see it. I don't know. Bam, here we go. Oh, good old Gelkin. There we go. And you can see the full thing right here. So it's uncommon for him to go through this thing, right? So the Cowboys looking at this thing and saying, all right, cool. We got Schultz here. We got Jeremy Sprinkle that we're going to have to re-sign to, right? And we got Sean McKeon. Or we can look into this draft situation. Shout out to you, Zach. Thank you for the likes there. And that's the situation that we are up against, Cowboy Nation. Who's all in favor of looking back at this thing and saying, all right, we got Schultz. We can parlay with Schultz if we go ahead and pay him. Who's in favor of paying Schultz? I need to see it in the comment box. Yeah, I can't, Stephen White, I can't say Blake lean forward. I can't tell him that. Good afternoon to you, yeah. First to look at the video. Appreciate you, Taylor. Appreciate you. Cheers to you, Steven. Thank you all together. Appreciate you, Jay. Said the haircut looked fresh. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. So, deuces to Schultz. Okay, all right. All right, so what to do with my guy, Blake Jarwin? I think if you cut him now, you will save $2.2 million. You got like a $4 million contract that you're obligated to, but you would at least save $2 million. Pay Schultz under $7 million. But Schultz may want more. It's on the free market. What Schultz is rendering as far as the market, his market value is around 10 to about 13 million. So a lot of people say, take the discount. Now, I don't think the Cowboys will and deal that way. I really don't think they would do that and slide money under the table, because we've been saying this for years, right? Slide some money under the table, Jerry. You do everything else kind of like off the wall, right? I don't know why they don't do that. Slide some money under the table if you really want to keep them. You know, tell them, say, hey, man, meet me at North Park, you know. One of those stores, and there's going to be a coat jacket, silver and blue coat jacket. And when you reach inside of it, it's going to have a pocket full of cash. You know, why don't you do that? I'm in South Lake somewhere, you know. Meet me at South Lake. Gymnasium down that way. Why they just don't do that? It's good seeing and this kid pretty good, man. That kid from UCLA, Greg Zadolchek. He looking pretty good. And it's good seeing their grades go up and down as it relates to next gen sports. I love seeing that. Appreciate y'all. Somebody says draft a few basketball players. Sam, I don't know about that. Now, Bernhard Raimann, you know, speaking of a guy that did alternate sports, Bernhard Raimann is the guy that the Cowboys, and this is offensive lineman, by the way, offensive line talk. The Cowboys met up with him. I think that he should be a third-round draft pick. But they got him high up there. He's a guy that switched positions from a tight end to an offensive tackle. And he's 6'6", 304 pounds. And they kind of like him, so they interviewed with him. And Jalen from AT&T, from Texas A&M, shout out to them, Giggle, right? He actually interviewed with the Cowboys staff or what have you. Do you like tight end in the second round? Because I don't think the Cowboys would pick a tight end with the 24th pick. You know, with the 24th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select. You know, who they gonna go out there and get? Jake Ferguson. Now, I did some mock drafts, and Jake fell all the way to the 4th and the 5th round, believe it or not. But we'll find out where Jake will go, especially as it relates to this group of tight ends. Now they're finna do some catching drills or throwing drills from the quarterback to the tight ends there. 4th round, y'all. Shout out to y'all. Suppose they use Fajalko as a tight end. He's just 6'4". I'm just saying, this is from Ed. Now, one thing about tight end play, a lot of people think that tight ends are these big guys that's not athletic. No, to be a tight end, you not only have to be big, you have to have some of them have like the height stature of an offensive lineman, but the body lean in between an offensive lineman and a fullback, basically. They have that lean, whereas they 240 and they run like a gazelle, basically. They athletic. You may say from your couch, these guys are not, but they are. Anytime you see a 6'5", 6'6" guy that can carry his weight up the field and being able to block and get off of that and to find a soft spot in the zone is not easy. One thing that I can tell you about Simi, I never seen him line up in line. So if he's going to be a hybrid, then you might as well just say he's just a slot guy if he never lines in line. And I don't know if Simi can block as good as Noah Brown. Noah Brown can block. And Noah Brown was a willing blocker. And he's on the free agent now. So you're looking at this drill right here. This tight end, Austin Allen. Good hands, good hands. He knows the ball and brought it in. So tight end play is always a pivotal situation. And it may seem easy, but it's a difficult task. Just like when we had the guy Rico Gathers, they gave him two options. And the team pretty much said, you know what, you're a basketball player. Let's lean more on basketball. But his other option was to be like a defensive edge rusher guy, right? Get his hands down in the dirt, bend his shoulder, get to the quarterback. If hindsight was 20/20, I think that he would probably have been better just rushing off the edge, believe it or not. If you think I'm crazy, Stephen White says 6'8", 385 pounds, 5.3. Laugh out loud. Nah. Steve White, you're not that big, are you? Oh, you talking about Steven. You talking about Daniel. Is it Falalehe? Yeah, he's 6'8", 400. Man, they just being nice when they put 385 out there. Let me see Peyton. Yeah. He got nimble feet, but, you know, he had bend issues. So he's a development type of guy, and he could go in the first, but that would be kind of like what people say reaching. And who would like to have somebody developing in the first and the second round draft pick? We really don't want that. Not for the Cowboys. He is strong, okay. What he bench press? Because I like looking at this chart right here. It shows like all of the tight ends or what have you. And this chart give a lifetime grade because you can see the numbers going up and down. And they give a few people their ratings or what have you. And when I look up here, of course, they got Isaiah Likely. He's up there. Next Gen Stats. Shout out to them, man. You can't get mad at Next Gen Stats. And Greg, he just ran a 40. He's at 87. It was 88. It dropped to 87. And Trey McBride, I meant to say, he's 84. But I do like their system here. And then, of course, you see Jake Ferguson. He's right at average. So they got a ranking system. For example, when we pull up this same list and when it goes to elite, they got different colors. You know, it goes all the way blue when it's elite. Let me show you one. You know, offensive lineman, Evan Neal. They got him down as elite. Tyler Linderbaum, you know, elite. Charles Cross, elite. He goes to blue. And then they got Icky. Shout out to him. He's 90, and he's considered elite. So these guys may be gone right before we get a chance or the opportunity. And they got scouts out there watching, looking at everything, hand measurements, how many times they bench press, how many times you can do jump rope drills and everything else. So all of that stuff plays a pivotal role in your selections there. And Kenyon Green, 87. So I like looking at these grades or what have you. And then I like going over everything. Appreciate you, Jametta. Thank you for jumping in. Yeah, we went to the Browns and wasn't going to get PT over Hooper. And Njoku. Okay. Congratulations. Appreciate you, Restream. You think Schultz will take a deal somewhere else, Law? Well, let me look at it like this. Let me look at it like this, Cowboy Nation. And that's a good idea for you to bring that up. And my thing is, Cowboys are strapped for cash. And we absolutely don't have the power play to really bolster up our money there because of that fact. Let me go over to cap.com. Y'all bear with me. Pull this up right quick. And what happened here is team would just outprice you if they really want a player. And for example, and I'm glad I got it right here. Y'all bear with me. Here we go. This is a better picture right here. Boom. All right. So built the plane while we was in the air. All right, so here's what we got here. The Dolphins, they got $60 million in cap space. So even if we try to lowball a player and say, hey, come on in for his pocket change, Dolphins can just really throw money at him blindly, right? And it would be like peeing in the ocean. To them, it's just not going to affect anything as it relates to their salary cap space that they have. Look at the Chargers; they got $56 million. The Jaguars got $54 million. And I know you got to squint your eyes to see that. Jets 48, Broncos 38, Colts 35. Even the Seahawks got $34 million. And even the the Commanders, they got $31 million in cap space. So although they got to re-sign some of their guys, they got enough money to throw at some of your bigger weapons if you're allowed to test the free market, right? If they don't put the franchise tag on Schultz, then they can throw anything at them. Any of these teams, even the Eagles, if they want to play low ball, right? If they say, okay, Cowboys, you want a low ball? We got $18 million on the shelf. We're willing to parlay. The Lions, 19. So there's a lot of teams with a lot of money, and we up under the cap, and I know this is a fictitious number or what have you. There's no such thing as cap hell, but Stephen Jones believes in such, right? So that's what I'm saying. It was good with you, man. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in. Thank you all for watching. I would take either two of those guys. Yeah, I feel you, Jay Lombardi. But let's listen in to these guys, and then we're going to go along with the episode because I want to pull this one up right quick. I think I still got it in the queue. Here we go.
Pass rusher in the NFL.
TJ Watt.
Did his team have a chance in hell this year to win the title?
No.
Okay, who's the second best pass rusher in the NFL this year?
I mean, you would say probably Micah Parsons.
Well, I would say Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
Did his team have a chance in hell?
No.
No, they're consensus the best, and it doesn't matter a bit. It doesn't impact their chance a bit. Not a bit. The LA Rams had superstars at every position, and they won their final 3 playoff games by a total of 9 points. Like the margin, so it like you have to. Your only job is finding that guy, and if you don't have him, you have to overpay to get him.
So basically, the margins of error is just really narrow. And what they're saying is that basically, if you can't overcome the small things, you won't win the Super Bowl. And the Cowboys, like I said last night on the round table, and like I said also on the final word, and like I said to you guys several times, the LA Rams are not light years ahead of us. They are not far apart from us. And the Cowboys must figure out a way how to close that small gap. And I believe that it falls on coaching with a lot of things. And I know I'm going to get, hey, it's the quarterback. All right, I get it. A lot of people can't stand the quarterback. But collectively speaking, this Dallas Cowboys team must look at it like, okay, from how we was building the team in the past and how we are building the team now, where is the middle ground at this? What was really the reason why we couldn't get over the hump? Now, that is the situation. Jerry Jones is a cheap. Is Jerry Jones cheap or Stephen Jones cheap? Who's cheap? Yeah, shout out to you, Stephen White. Down -2 Law. What's going on? You lost 2 pounds? Stephen White, appreciate you. Hayden Hurst equals Dallas bound. I would love to see that. No, Dak is good. Dak is as good as Matthew Stafford. This is from Mitch. Yeah, I mean, Stafford. I like, of course, everybody give praises to Stafford. I get it, right? 12 years in the league. unique guy, man, wonderful arm. I think the game that really put a knife to my back with Stafford was the game way back when he was with and I know some of you guys don't even remember, but if we win this game, we're in the playoff. It go way back when he was playing, when we played the Detroit, and he did the fake quarterback sneak, and he got in for a touchdown. He was going to spike the ball, and he ran on in for the touchdown. Killed us. It was a comeback game, and it goes all the way back when he had Megatron. He would literally drop back, close his eyes, and say for Allah, and throw the ball to Matthew Stafford. It was on Brandon Carr, and he killed us, right? And it was kind of like a revenge type of game in 2014 when we faced Matthew Stafford with Tony Romo, and we won. But it was like, yeah, y'all won, but it was like, it was kind of like they didn't call the pass interference. You guys remember that? Right, but Matthew Stafford head-to-head against when he was with the Detroit Lions, and we can't look. A lot of people say, "Well, Detroit Lions didn't have any weapons." That's bullshit. They had weapons. They drafted a running back. They had wide receivers. They had an offensive line with Matthew Stafford. They just didn't win games. His winning record with teams that was above 500 was like three and like, I believe 27 or something like that. So it's not like when you look at Matthew Stafford tape, you say, oh, man, he's light years ahead of any quarterback that the Cowboys had in the past 10 years. No, that's not the case nor the scenario. Stafford is better than Dak. This is from Sam. Well, Stafford never beat Dak Prescott. So, I mean, in the team that he played on. And I'm quite sure if the Cowboys were to meet up with the L.A. Rams, I think that the Dallas Cowboys can beat Matthew Stafford and the L.A. Rams. That's just how it goes. Anthony Hitchens did not interfere. I appreciate you, Mitch. Yeah, I appreciate you. Finally, somebody said it, but it was a call that everybody kept saying, the Cowboys cheated. Everybody in Detroit land, the Cowboys cheated. The Cowboys cheated to win, But that's a story of a different day. Mitch says, yes, they can. Yeah, of course the Cowboys can beat the Rams. We had them against the ropes last season, of course, season before last, when they called the pass interference on Michael Gallup. And, of course, Stafford wasn't on that team. But it is what it is, right? Shout out to the Rams. They Super Bowl winners, and they got to defend that championship all next season. Shout out to them. Outside of that, we hate Stephen Jones. Now watch when it comes to Diggs and Parsons getting close to their payday. This is from Jay Lombardi. I think hate is a hard word. I think that people really don't. I think people despise Stephen Jones more so than they hate him. I think that's the situation. I really think that that's the situation, Cowboy Nation. Let me look at some of these grades for you guys. Evan Neal's 99. I already went over that. Okay, let me show you the drop-off on running backs because we did bring in a guy for running backs. Like, there's Hall, and then there's no one else, right? He's the only elite running back in his class, right? And then you got Williams, who's 80. That's a big drop-off, right? From 96 to 80. God, dog. And we brought in Isaiah Spiller to interview, what have you. And, of course, if you're going by this grade in the lawn, you'll say, man, this dude, he's 6'1", 215. Keep in mind, Tony Pollard's 6 foot, 215-ish, and people calling him weak and soft, and he can't lift weights and stuff like that. So he said runs with oily hips, good pad levels through his carries, adequate foot quickness and everything like that. And this is from Texas A&M kid, Isaiah Spiller. Shout out to him. As they say, like I say, gig him, Running style lacks tempo and rhythm at times, less decisive and trusting his inside runs. That's what they have as a scouting grade. Need to press the line deeper in zone runs, and we do a lot of zone run concepts here in Dallas land. Average vision when running the spill wide, I meant to say. Okay, some inefficiencies getting into his cuts. So those are his weakness, but overall, They gave this man like an 80 grade, so or 79 or something like that. 6'1", Spring, Texas. That's where he's from. All right, so that's pretty good from him. Let's be back up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. All right, so wide receivers, that's been the talk track for most guys this time around. And, of course, from listening to the scouts that was out there, they were saying that Treylon Burks, he's probably be one of the better wide receivers. If a creative offensive coordinator can get his hands on him, he would be a creative mismatch for a lot of people. He's 6'2", 225 pounds, and they can't wait to see what he's going to run in the 40 tonight. So they got him listed as elite, and we all know about Jameson Williams, right? Some people would love to have Jameson Williams on his team. Let me know how you guys feel about Jameson. Who would want Jameson? Average vision. Paul, I appreciate you. Pickle Rick, they're going to laugh in his face and throw him the deuces up for the moment he lowballs them. I hope they do. And are you talking about, Terrence says, Stephen Baby Nuts Jones. Oh, my God. That's my guy. That boy going, he catching everything. Trey McBride catching everything. Good. I'm looking at, when you see my head turn this way, I'm looking at that doggone highlight clip. Knows the ball. Get up in there. Yeah. I like those catch and drill. Let me know if you got those mittens, baby. What's up, Paul? Appreciate you, man. Thank you. I don't believe in Zeke. Trade him. He's 25 going on 32. This is from Robinson. C. Robinson. BPA. And you got to find your dancing partner with Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott contract is not tradable, by the way. And to be fair of Ezekiel Elliott, he had the PCL tear. And, of course, we can't properly evaluate and grade that. But before his PCL tear, he looked pretty good, looked like the old Ezekiel Elliott. But the problem is the Cowboys didn't do like the Giants are doing. And I can't wait to see how the Giants are going to favor out on that. They said to their star running back, Saquon Barkley. And, of course, Ezekiel Elliott didn't have an injury like Saquon. But they did say to their running back, we're going to do right of you, dog. We're going to put you on a trading block. We listening to all offers, but we're not going to take any offer, though. So, but that's just the situation there. So, is that the proper way to do the guy that was pretty much the face of the Giants franchise for those years over there? Because I know a lot of people, I've seen some people say, well, Law, can we get Saquon Barkley over here? And I said, come on, man, no. Let Saquon do Saquon things. But neither here nor there, Ezekiel Elliott, proper O-line, and you'll check your opinion of Zeke. This is from Jim Laws. Yeah, appreciate you. So, shout out to the Laws, though. Here's my stance on Ezekiel Elliott. We as Cowboy fans, I understand. I fought for Ezekiel Elliott. I stayed on the ledge, and I said, hey, this is the best running back in the National Football League. And then when everybody was like, nah, Christian McCaffrey, he's better. I said, nah, Ezekiel Elliott is better. And I got beat up on it and everything. Appreciate you, Jay Versick, for the donation to help elevate the nation. And it was like, nah, Christian McCaffrey is better. He do more. And then there were some people that were saying, what's the other guy that played for the Minnesota Vikings? Oh, yeah, Cooks. Oh, yeah, Cooks is better. But I look at it like the full picture. Ezekiel Elliott does a lot. And the thing is with Ezekiel Elliott, we have to also include, you got Kellen Moore, who's drawing up running plays for Ezekiel Elliott. His system is not run-friendly. And I think that Ezekiel Elliott, collectively speaking, under Kellen Moore's system, it's not ideal. It's not. So that's my stance on it. And it's Tony running. Yeah, so Tony is a guy that we can look back at and say, all right, can he get skinny, get small, catch the ball out of the backfield, and give you burst action? Yeah. And for some strange reason, there's a multitude of people who think that Tony don't finish his runs. And I'm like, you must don't pay attention to when he runs. He finishes runs. And I get into these arguments about Tony and Ezekiel Elliott. And I say, no, they are better together. You don't have to put one over the other. But the media love to put one over the other. One over the other. No. Let this thing split back. And let's see how this thing can go throughout that part of it. And when you're talking about 12 personnel, the usage when they use 12 personnel, I think it disguises teams a little bit better. And it get teams out of that cover 6 look. Why? Because it's showing power look, and you can actually throw out of it. You can catch the tight end up the seam, especially if he can get skinny and go upfield, or you can put the ball in the halfback. So I like the Cowboys in that fashion of the game, but the problem being the Cowboys veered away from 12 personnel because of injuries, and they veered away from using split back situations. Those two things harm the Cowboys, by the way. So that is what I'm looking at. The Cowboys need to get out of their own way and figure this out. Utilize your weapons. And just to be fair to everyone, I get it, right? Paying a lot of money to Ezekiel, you're paying a lot of money to the quarterback, and we don't have the results that we want. But when you think of it, Cowboy Nation, they need to utilize both backs. They do. And they need to stop saying, well, he don't block well. Well, for an analogy only, and I'm not saying that Tony Pollard is Barry Sanders, right? We all agree that Tony Pollard is not Barry Sanders. But we all can agree that Ezekiel Elliott blocks better than Barry Sanders, right? Anybody who watched football in the early 90s, and throughout the 90s, you can literally say, yeah, Ezekiel Elliott blocks better than Barry Sanders. So if I were to put Barry Sanders, regardless of the offensive line, right? If I put Barry Sanders on this team and they say, well, we only giving him 2 to 3 touches because he don't block better than Ezekiel Elliott, then we all going to say, that's bull sugar, right? We all going to say it's bull sugar. We're like, no, you put the ball in Barry Sanders' hand. We won't be banging on tables talking about split backs. But you guys get what I'm saying, basically, is that this team need to, like when Mike McCarthy said his number one and number 2 thing for the off season is to focus in on penalties, and number 2 is going through adversities and everything. Well, number 3 for dog sure need to be how to utilize 2 running backs. Paul says, imagine Barry getting 2 to 3 snaps. Yeah, it'd be like, basically, and I'm not saying that Tony Pollard is Barry Sanders, because I can hear people right now saying, oh, man, Law's over there saying that Tony Pollard is Barry Sanders, Oh, my gosh. What about trading Ezekiel Elliott for Rashard Penny? What team is Rashard Penny on? And how can you trade that contract? That contract is what they saying, like, nah, man, I don't like that contract, man. You got to eat some of it. I'm not finna eat it. You gonna eat it? I'm not finna eat it. Oh, he on Seahawks? Seahawks do got a lot of money. And they are like a run-first mentality type of team. And they brought back Beast Mode just for a cup of coffee to see if they can reunite that Legion of Boom, huh? But no, they got a lot of money too, $34 million. Ooh, they got a lot of money. There should be no excuses for Russell Wilson if they re-sign him, right? And $34 million, 31 effectively, yeah. Cause they only got how much in debt? They didn't really show that on this chart. Okay, so $31 million. I don't know, man. They won't do that. No. They won't give no favors for the Cowboys. And I'm not saying that the Dallas Cowboys would be a better team with Rashard Penny. No. And then you can't even sell that to the fan base. You know, there's still a salesman type of league, right? He said, how in the hell the Saints so high over there? You know, Saints, yeah. Yeah, they restructured some contracts, so they got it down to $42 million. So you get this, Cowboy Nation. The Saints will not get sullied and denigrated and smear campaign all throughout the NFL. All right, let's look at this. Look at the all. Let's look at all of the elite guys. Of course, tackle, Tyler, Aiden Hutchinson, Hall, Thibodeau, Stingley, 92, Williams. Y'all like Sauce or y'all like Stingley? I seen some people say, nah, man, I like Sauce Gardner. You know, who likes Sauce? Who like the sauce? Would you like to see the sauce over here in Cowboys land? But neither here nor there. Kyle Hamilton, he's 91. Charles Cross, he's 90. Icky's 90. And the last elite person on this list, according to their measures here, and it can go up and down when the combine is over with, is Treylon Burks. He's right at 90. And then, of course, you got Garrett Wilson. He's 89. Matt Corral, he's 89. Nakobe Dean. I've seen a lot of people would love to have Nakobe Dean on their particular team. Isaiah Likely, they got him as the highest graded tight end here. Jaquan Brisker. I've seen some charts had Daxton Hill right above Jaquan, but it just depending on what your team is looking for. And then they got Drake London over here with 87. Greg, he's good. And you got Kenyon Green. If he falls as a guard, he could be right there at the 24th spot. And then, of course, it'd just be like, hey, you run to the podium and get him, right? You got David. You got Jordan Davis right here, who's at 84. And all of these things. You got Kyle Gordon, who's at 83. You know, let me just see some other names that people have been yelling at me with. Sam Howell. Who would you rather have as a backup quarterback here? You know, Sam Howell. Do you go in the second round? Do you look at a quarterback? Or do you say, nah, Law, we're not finna do this drafting a quarterback every year philosophy? Because that's normally the situation and scenario that the Cowboys, well, not the Cowboys do, but Mike McCarthy do. He normally draft a quarterback every other year. And Kenny Pickett at 80. And Lamar Jackson. Oh, I'm sorry, Malik Willis. Malik Willis is like Lamar Jackson, but with a better arm. You know. Yo, what's up, AJ Boomer? Appreciate you. Also, what I will be doing before the draft and all of these things hit is if you guys can send me your mock draft via Twitter, I'll go over it, I'll review it, or if you can drop it into my DMs on the Instagram, or if you can drop it underneath this video on Facebook, I'll take some of the mock draft that you guys do and give you guys my thoughts on it. Appreciate you, Gina. Appreciate you. Thank you for jumping in. Thank all of you guys for being part of this episode today. Yeah. The real show come on at 7 o'clock. That's when they do all of the 40 times for the wide receivers, and I can't wait to see that. Malik is a Steeler bound. Yep. I think the Steelers got a lot of money. Let me see. Yeah, they got $28 million. The Steelers can flat out hit that switch, and they can roll. They can roll this year. And I can't stand the Steelers, by the way, but they can roll. And think about this: the Chargers, they can roll. They can roll with $56 million just sitting in the piggy bank, with some key pieces in the free agent, and they still got their quarterback on a rookie's contract. they can flat out put some weapons. Like Justin Herbert, he got a lot of opportunities that if he's sitting with $56 million and they don't do nothing with that. I mean, when the last time the Cowboys was at this spot? We never, like we talk about the money all the time, but we never in the honey. We talk about the money, but we never in the honey. It seems as if, though, every year, since 1996, we've been talking about coming out of the red. We've been trying to fight ourselves out of the red. Shout out to TJ Versick. Will you and Twin be live together this week? We're supposed to go live tonight. So that's why I'm trying not to uncover everything. We're going to do the live probably 40 times tonight at 8 o'clock Texas time. Shout out to you, Coach Marv. If you're in the house, man, appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate everybody for watching. I thank you guys for tuning in. I've been live with you guys long enough. I said I'm going to do shorter videos. I try to say to myself, man, I'll be talking forever, like 4-hour videos and stuff. So I don't have the time to just sit back and be going back and forth with you guys. But I love y'all. Appreciate you guys for sharing this content. We'll be live a little later on tonight. I really thank you guys. Be sure to hit the like. Help this channel out and grow this channel by hitting like, sharing. Sharing is caring. Appreciate you guys. You should get your jersey in the mail, Coach Marv, and as well as Cedric. You should get some Cowboys artifacts. Cedric bats, yeah. Just appreciate you guys for helping the nation grow. And even if the off season is the off season, we still got Cowboys content to talk about, right? But appreciate y'all, and I thank those who joined the membership. Let's continue to grow, and let's try to. We can dib or dab a little bit in the negativity, and then we can find a positive, the bright light out of everything, right? It's a bright light out of everything. Appreciate y'all. One love, Cowboy Nation. DC for life. I'm out.